As you can see from the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking about the most recent protocols and rules when you're traveling from the US to Nigeria. So everything that you would need to travel, don't worry, sis, I got you. Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Miatta. How are you doing? You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see from the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking about the most recent protocols and rules when you're traveling from the US to Nigeria. So everything that you would need to travel, don't worry, sis, I got you. I got you. But I need you to got me too. The way you're gonna got me, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, thank you, and then also hit the bell so that every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to get notified. Okay, I got to you, got to me, we got each other. Come on. But no, all jokes aside, thank you guys so much. My trip to Nigeria was incredible, and I honestly can't wait to go back. I mean, I love Lagos, I really do. I love the people, I love how lively it is. I mean, I learned so much. And I'm going to be giving you guys more and more vlogs because I took so much content when I was out there. I recorded so many things that I want to share with you guys and talk about it. Anyway, don't get me started. Okay, so let's get straight into it. When you're traveling from the US to Nigeria, all the things that you need, let me tell you. Okay, so first things first, you absolutely cannot travel without you getting your PCR test. PCR COVID test has to be negative in order for you to travel. So whatever airline that you're traveling with, I travel with Turkish airline. So whatever airline you're traveling with, make sure you go on their website and read all of their protocols. What tests do they accept and what tests do they not accept? Because it has to be PCR. Any other test aside PCR, they're not going to accept it. That's just what it is. And then another thing you have to know is that the amount of hours that PCR test is still acceptable for. Okay, so for mine, Turkish airline, they accepted it 72 hours or less. Anything greater than 72 hours, they were not going to take it. So be mindful of that when you're choosing your date that you want to travel and the date that you want to take your PCR test. For example, I was traveling on a Friday and I happened to take mine on a Friday. So I went to urgent care and they took my COVID test and it literally came out in like 6 hours. Lucky for me, my flight wasn't until 11 p.m. at night, right? So I took it like 8 o'clock in the morning. So around 4 or 5, my results already came out. But be sure that that's like when you go to get your COVID test, your swabbing, ask your questions. Ask them precisely how many hours is it going to take for me to get my COVID test. If they tell you 5, estimate 7 instead, just so you can be on the safe side, because that was risky for me to go take a PCR test on the day of my traveling. All right, but I did anyway. So for example, any other normal person, I mean, I'm normal too, but like if you're traveling on a Friday, I would say take your COVID test on a Wednesday. Even better, if you're traveling on a Friday, take it on a Thursday. That's only if you are not taking a direct flight. Like for me, I was not taking a direct flight. So I literally went from US to Turkey. And from Turkey, I stayed at the airport for like 9 hours. Then I took another flight to Lagos and I landed in Nigeria. So all those hours count. So if at any point during my 9 hours of layover, right, and it surpassed 72 hours, because I saw other people who were there, and because they had such long layover time, they were stopped. Like the flights would not board them on their airplane, because they're like, okay, your PCR test has expired, you have to take another one. And if the person, I've seen so many things at the airport. Like there were instances where someone their time went above and beyond the 72 hours, and they were asked to take the PCR test. And unfortunately for them, when they took the PCR test, it came out positive. So they had to literally quarantine in Turkey for like 14 days, and you have to pay out of pocket for your hotel, your stay, your feeding, everything. They don't do any of that for you, which is quite unfortunate. So please make sure that you choose the appropriate time to go take your PCR test, number one. Number two, when you do get your PCR test and they do accept you, even when you're on the plane, even when you're walking around, keep your mask on. I travel with my K95 mask. I don't do that cute little, you know, accessory mask. No, I put mask on for the purpose of a mask. Okay, so yeah, get your mask, all of that. So when I was traveling, let me show you guys my documentations. I can either put it on the screen or I can physically show you guys. But there it is, my COVID test, and it says negative, right? So they literally have to see this. I took 2 copies of this because I didn't want to hear nobody's English. I didn't want to have to be stopped by anyone. So whether you wanted it to be electronic, whether you wanted it to be a physical paper, I did not want any excuses. I did not want any setbacks. So please be overly prepared. That's one thing I would say. So I literally had 2 copies of my COVID results, negative COVID results, right here. I had this one, and then I had the other one, the same date, from urgent care. These are the people that did mine on the day of my traveling. Again, negative, okay? And it's a PCR test, NAAT, RT, PCR. That's what it has to be. Anything other than that, my flight was not taking it. Okay, so that's one of your entries, the things that you absolutely need in order for you to travel anywhere, apparently. And also, sorry to bust your bubble, even people who have already been vaccinated, they still have to take the PCR test. I saw some people over there like, I'm an American citizen, I'm already vaccinated, so I don't, and they were like, yeah, you cannot come to our country, sorry. Like, it was something. So please, even if you're vaccinated, you are not an exemption, honey. You still have to take your PCR test in order for you to travel outside of the country. All right, so when you're going to Nigeria, one of the things that they're gonna need you to do is for you to register on their website. Federal Ministry of Health. You have to register there. I'm going to put the link in my description box below. You have to be able to go on there, your health declaration and screening summary. So once you go on their website, you fill out every single detail. I'm going to put a little clip of it over here for you guys so you can see. You go on their website, you fill out every single thing that they're asking you for. They're going to ask you for the address where you're going to be staying in Lagos. They're going to give you the location where you should do your PCR test when you're coming back, because they literally give you 7 days after you enter the country, 7 days for you to take another COVID test, so they can really make sure that you did not come to Nigeria with no COVID. Okay. All right, so at the end, you're going to get to the bottom of the page, and it's going to ask you to pay. What I paid was $128. I paid $128. You can either pay it in dollars or you can pay it in naira. It was more expensive in naira, so I decided to pay it in dollars. So once you do that, they're going to give you a barcode. This barcode is essential. If you do not have this barcode and this receipt that says paid, when you get to Nigeria, yeah, you're going to need the blood of Jesus. You're going to need patience. You're going to need a whole lot more, because these are the 2 things they're going to ask you for as soon as you land at Lagos Airport. Where's your negative COVID test, and where's your entry to come into our country, Nigeria? Okay, and then some people, what they did is some people paid online immediately. So when you get there to Lagos, everything is already done. But some people chose to not pay. Some people actually choose to not pay, but to pay when they get to Lagos. But when you get to Lagos, there may be English, there may be bribery you may have to do, and longer wait line. I didn't want to have to do that, so I just paid immediately. So as soon as I got there, they asked for my negative test. I gave it to them. They asked me for this and proof of payment and my barcode, and I gave it to them, and literally that was it. I went through and I got there. So those are the essential things that you need in order for you to be able to travel to the country itself. All right, and in addition to that, please, you're of course going to need your passport. So over here, what I do have is I have my American passport, and I have my Sierra Leone passport, ECOWAS passport. Now with the ECOWAS passport, you can be able to get into any African country, any West African country, not every African. Every West African country you can gain access into with your ECOWAS passport. There were some people who were ignorant, thinking that because they were American citizens, they can just enter Nigeria or any other country just because you have a blue passport. They don't do that anymore. I mean, back in the days, yeah, you used to be, they would consider you VIPs, but not anymore. Not anymore. I saw this lady that literally got rejected because she's like, I'm an American citizen, I don't need a passport to get into that country. And then they were like, you cannot come into this country with your American passport, sorry. like literally. And then there was this other lady who was trying to get into Turkey with an American passport, and the people were like, no, you cannot get into Turkey with an American passport, you need a visa. So anyway, so in order for you to go to Nigeria, right, you cannot go there if you do not have, if you're not Nigerian, you don't have a Nigerian passport, you cannot enter the country unless you have an ECOWAS passport or you have a visa. Now the visa was it depends on who you know, but for me to get in contact with the American embassy, I mean the Nigerian embassy here in America, especially in Maryland and in Washington DC, it was a whole lot of struggle. Like the number don't even work. Like you call the number and no one picks up. So anyway, long story short, I was able to get my ECOWAS passport. So please be mindful of that. Either you go and you register to get your visa, or you get an ECOWAS passport in order for you to enter the country. All right, so this is for you to enter into Nigeria. So when you're leaving America to Nigeria, you're using your American passport. You're using your American passport you use your American passport from here to Turkey. From America to Turkey, using American passport. Once you get to Turkey and you're trying to transition from Turkey to Nigeria, you switch over to your ECOWAS passport again, because this is the only way you can get into Lagos, your ECOWAS passport or your visa. You cannot not enter the country with your American passport. I think I made that very clear. Yeah, so those are the essential things that you would need in order for you to travel. Those are the newest protocols when you get there. Another thing that you're going to need when traveling to Nigeria is a lot of patience. I know it sounds sarcastic, but literally when I got to the airport, you guys, it was something for me. I mean, it was a lot of drama for me. I felt like I was in a reality TV show. Oh God, now what for you? Why are you pushing us? Are we children? And then another thing is, so you need patience when you're traveling to Nigeria, especially when you get to the airport. And number two, please comport yourself. There was this lady there who she was Nigerian. So I don't know if she thought, like, you know, because she was Nigerian, she can just be rude and just be unpleasant to people. But she tried that. And as she tried that, do you know what they did? They gave her a special seat. They say, Auntie, you want to be rude? No problem. Rudeness, we welcome you. Come closer. Rudeness, come closer. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being so dramatic. So what they did was they literally took a chair for her and they had her sit down. Like they literally put that grown woman on timeout. She was popping off. Okay, you know, go do this now. What's that? Okay, I was like, what is this? Please just take my test, my papers. Let me be going. Like, I don't have time for this. It's too hot over here. Anyway, let me stop. So with her rudeness, she literally was popping off. She caused a whole scene at the airport. So they just literally told her, come and sit down. And she sat there. She's prayed with the Son, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. I'm sure she had to bribe someone in order for her to leave. But that's another thing for another day. Please make sure you're also traveling with loose cash. All right. So if you're traveling from America and you go into Lagos, if you know someone who can convert the money for you, excellent. You know, if you can change your money once you get there in order for you to have some type of some nairas in your hand, it's amazing. Because once you get to the airport, you guys have a story to tell. Once I was able to get through, after the drama of that lady, I got through. They asked me for my my PCR, my permit to travel into Nigeria, and my negative PCR test. They look at my passport. Once I got through the airport, I got to the place where I'm picking up my luggage, and I saw these two gentlemen. Are you Nigeria? I should have said yes. I said, no, I'm not Nigerian. They said, it seems like you just give us small dollar now. You give us $10, $20. I'm like, $10, $20, that's a lot of money, y'all. I said, just small $10, $20. We are the, what did he say? He said, we're the chief officers in this place. Auntie, we are the chief officers in this place. If you give us $10, $20, and we'll help you now. We help you with your suitcase to your to take it to your car. So whoever is picking you up. I said, no, thank you. It's okay. So anyhow, I was only supposed to pay 200 naira, and these people were trying to take $20 out of my hand. I was like, I don't got none. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't have any. So you need some loose cash with you. So if you don't have nairas, please make sure you have dollars in your hand. Don't come there with no $5, $10. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because once they see the $5, $10, they will ask you for 20, for 30, for 40. Like, they just push it. So anyway, I gave them $1. I was like, I gave them $2. And I was like, I don't have 20 or $10 to give you, nor do I even have 5. So I gave them $2. And in exchange for my $2 that I gave them, they gave me 20 naira. And that 20 naira was what I used to buy, like those, I don't know how you call it, those rocks that you take your suitcase and you put it on. Okay. So I took their 200 naira and I bought that stuff. And then once I loaded my suitcase there, I was pushing my suitcase. Once I was pushing my suitcase, I got to another place in the Lagos airport where I saw these aunties and they were supposed to check my suitcase. Auntie, open your bag, let's see what's in there. I opened my bag and do you have food in there? I said, no, I don't have food. I don't know if it's something about my accent. Like, I really was trying to sound very African. Like, I was like, no American accent in this place. I was really trying to, like, you know, really sound like fit in with my accent, but it did not work. So then the auntie was like, auntie, anything for us? I said, what do you mean? Money, anything for us? I said, no, auntie, I don't have any. So then I was like, okay, fine. I had my $3 last in my pockets, and I gave her my $3 last. And then she's like, we must eat, oh, we have to buy lunch. It's 3 of us. Is it only $3 you're giving us? I said, that's all I have. It's like these people, you have to open eye for them. I'm telling you, I'm even sounding like I'm Nigerian. Like, you have to get feisty, or else like they're gonna take advantage of you. So you don't go there with being all subtle or like ladylike. They will run over you like a truck. Okay, I don't have anything else. That's what I said to her. And then she said, fine, close your suitcase, you can go. And I went. Even after I went past that one, I saw another worker there. The person not even wearing uniform. He said, and where's your sticker that they gave you in Turkey? Yo, if I didn't have that sticker, that would have been another bribery. I'm sure he didn't even work there. But he saw like, okay, this girl has to be some American girl. She don't look like she's Nigerian. So I would just run one over her. So blessed be the name of the Lord. Every document that they gave me, whatever sticker, whatever boarding pass I got from Turkey, I kept it in my bag. Every last thing they give you, please keep it in your bag so that no one will make an excuse as to why they're taking money out of you for no reason. So the minute that guy asked me for that, I reached into my purse and I had it. He's like, okay, fine, you can go. When I'm going again outside of the airport, I met this, like, there are people who are literally there waiting for you. Auntie, let me help you now with your suitcase. Let me help you. Small money, not be beating. I said, no, it's okay. I'm fine. Thank you very much. No, auntie, I must help you because this you look heavy. Fine, gay. I don't want you to sweat. I want you to fall. I don't want you to... Oh, my goodness. Y'all, it was... it was something. So anyway, there's this one guy who was really persistent, and I was just calling my babe. I was like, babe, where are you? Please tell me you're near. These people don't carry me. I don't want them to carry me. Oh my gosh. So I got to the end of the parking lot, and I saw my man, you know what I'm saying? I got to the end of the parking lot, I saw my guy, and I was like, well, thank you, Jesus. And he just took the suitcase. We got into the car and we left. Okay, so I gave you guys a little story time, but I gave you guys the essential things that you need. All right, I'm gonna put the link again in my description box, and that's going to be the permit to travel to Nigeria that you have to fill out. Okay, you have to fill out. If you don't fill out that thing online, you will not be able to enter the country. You will not be able to enter into the country. Any other thing that I may have missed out, check out the description box. But I didn't want this video to linger on too long. But those are the essential things that you need though in order for you to travel from America to Nigeria. I'm gonna do another video coming, and this video is going to consist of how you're gonna go from Nigeria now to America. And I'm going to be giving you details as far as getting your PCR test, where to locate it in Nigeria, how the process goes, what you should expect, so on and so forth. But you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching. Kindly share this video with anyone who's traveling in and out of the country, anyone who may need this information. Just share. Your family, your friends, your cockroach, anybody, just share. Just share. As always, I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. And until next time, you do have an arrival day. Bye, y'all.